Yo, it's your boy DJ Filthy Rich.
What up, man? DJ Smooth.
Yeah, it's your boy DJ Big X.
And this is the We Outside Show.
Outside.
Welcome to We Outside Radio. We in the building, man. Big X, how you doing, bro?
Oh, man, I'm doing great, man. We in here today, man. We going big today, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, congratulations. We just celebrated 1 year of the birth of the We Outside Show. So let's make some noise for that.
Clap it up for that one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. You know, we like a year ago, I started doing this. I was in a hotel in Chicago. You know, I was telling the story to one of the guys in here. A year ago, I had bought a bunch of equipment to start the radio show with you, Smooth, and Lala, and we finally got a year later to this point.
Why it take so long?
I don't know why it took so long, but look, we finally got here, and I took the equipment on the road with me to Chicago, and I was actually sitting in the room bored, and I said, I'm gonna hook this equipment up, and I'm gonna see what it do, and then from there, once I got on, somebody was online. They just kept saying, I see you outside. I see you outside. And I just took that, and every time I logged on, I just always said, we outside. And it just stuck with me. And every time I went on, I just kind of gradually started developing like what I wanted the show to be about. And that was like really focusing on like new music and kind of like I would always kind of speak on like what was going on, but I wouldn't make that be a focal point because I didn't want it to be a show where I was just like talking about everything that was going on the internet.
You just wanted to preach to us. Get the credit right.
Right. And then, well, another aspect of the show you had before we came on, too, was you were letting artists come on there on live, on IG Live, and you were introducing new records, too, right?
Yeah, that's what I was doing. You know, like I said, I was trying to just give a lot of new artists a lot of exposure. And that's kind of like even with this show, I can't do it as much as I was doing it online. But I do want to give a lot of artists a chance to get that exposure, especially with radio being a major component of really giving artists that exposure that they need to get bigger.
Yeah. So the show has expanded. The platform has expanded. So now we are on Foxy 105. Shout out to Foxy 105. And then the first ones that gave us our shot on FM radio.
Big shout out to Double O Key, man. What up, Michael Soul?
Yeah, man. So
Family.
we on FM radio now. And then it's also doubles as a podcast on YouTube.
Right.
At the We Outside Show and weoutsideshow.com.
Yeah.
Brand new website that we just launched. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. So, yeah, man, we just making it bigger and better, bro.
And the thing about the YouTube stuff, we're going to actually do a lot more uncut stuff on the YouTube. So make sure y'all get a chance. Y'all
We can cuss?
Yeah, we can cuss on YouTube.
Okay.
But,
Yeah.
you know, on the radio show, we're going to keep it kind of PG.
Okay, then, cool.
Yeah, so shout out to everybody on FM radio listening to us. Make sure if you want the uncut version, the We Still Outside version, make sure y'all subscribe
like
to us
that,
on
dude.
YouTube.
We still outside.
We still outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's our YouTube page, X?
Hashtag the We Outside Show.
Yeah, that's dope. See, we might be the only YouTube page with a hashtag, too.
Yeah.
That's kind of hard.
I like that.
All right. So, Smooth, what's good with you, brother?
Hey, man, listen, Brand, the brother just in here doing this thing, just, moving around, staying on the road, enjoying life, getting older, being a father, then just trying to be a dope DJ, help these artists out, man. You know, the same old thing that I've been doing for the last 10, 12, 13, 14, however many years I've been in the game.
Yeah, long time. So,
Yeah.
for the people who are not familiar with you, name some of the things that you've done in this game.
Yeah, man. Well, you know, I've been a radio personality since 2004. Shout out to my brother, man, DJ Skills. I actually got an opportunity. I was the shiznit around, that ain't a cuss word, around my neighborhood. So, you know, there's always this thing where they like, man, who's this DJ that's making noise and doing, I was that guy in South Georgia. So
Pop it.
Yeah, so another DJ decided to just up and leave the station. You know, with radio, man, everybody just switch and swap around or whatever. So this guy just left. From what I understand, he stuck a note under the door like, I'm out. And they needed a mixer. So my guy was like, man, I got this dude that's just going crazy. And I think I sent a mix in, but I didn't really audition, man. They just brought me in and threw me on the spot. 2 turntables of Crater Records, man, and I went at it, and I got the 5 o'clock mix show at iHeart, or it was Clear Channel at the time, at 97.9, the Heritage Station that everybody knows, from Otis Redding, Little Richard, James Brown, all of them. So it's the big station. So I just took what I had going on and added that to it. So, but I was more or less like a LeBron pick for them because I had so much going on in the streets. I was already a promoter. I had already been, at 16, I figured out you can just rent the club for $300, put 500 people in there.
And making some money.
Yeah, so for everybody, the $150 DJs that we always speak on in the DJ community,
Yeah.
I was that at 15, 16, And I seen the guys, they were promoters, but they were just guys throwing parties and giving away free liquor and beer. And they made the money and gave me that. And after I did about 3 parties, I said, hey, man, y'all gonna give me a raise? And they're like, no, little boy, he ain't gonna get nothing. So I said, I said, hey, Daddy, you're part of the American Legion, right? Rent the club for me. And quickly it turned into that. And then I was coming back and forth when I got my license and started driving to Atlanta. So any music that popped off, I always wanted to go see the artist because my sister's father, who's in Philly, was a hustler, and I knew about promoting shows from blues shows from Denise LaSalle, Clarence Carter, Roy C.
Yeah, that boy in the country.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm pretty sure, Big H, you know who these guys are, right?
Yeah, that boy in the country.
You know what I'm saying? So if you've seen...
I don't know none of them.
That's the blues.
That's the blues.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I heard about them and I heard about the Gates and stuff, so I started figuring out how it goes. So I said, well, let me just apply this to rap, which was my era. So when people like T.I., Jeezy, Kilo... I was like young and knew about those guys or whatever because I was just around and I had a record store to be around. So trying to make this story short, but it's long. I turned that into that. So when I got on the radio, I just applied that to that also and went to doing parties or whatever and using the radio station as my leverage to make more money. So I didn't ever take no money. The station wasn't paying me, man. I was probably getting $8 an hour as a mixer. So my check might have looked like $20.
For real?
And, yeah. But we'll talk about it, man. We got to come back, man. We got a little more.
Yeah, because we're going to get this money now.
Yeah.
Them days
what we going to do?
We're going to get this money.
I think somebody need to hear that story, though, because, like, nobody has the patience now to wait and get it. So, when we come back, we'll talk about it.
All right, that's a bet. We outside radio. You know the vibes. DJ Filthy Rich.
Smooth.
And it's DJ Big X.
He was so late.
Yes, sir. We still in the building. We still outside. Your boy DJ Filthy Rich.
Smooth.
Hey, it's your boy DJ Big X.
Yes. So before the break, Smooth, you were telling us about the hustling game with this music thing, man, and how
in the country.
In the country, man. So once I initially got on the radio, man, it was a situation where I used it to my advantage to promote shows, brand myself, get out there. But then I also didn't know at the time that radio was built off playing hits. I was at a station that solely played hit records. So like I said, another thing with the patience part is I had to understand that my PD had to approve this, that. So a lot of you artists that don't know, y'all upset with DJs like, man, y'all won't play my song on the radio, man. Y'all DJ, y'all full of whatever. There's a certain what's the protocol that goes into that. So, you gotta do this. I've been to the PD and said, hey man, play this record, this one. Nah, we gotta wait. This gotta come from Atlantic, Interscope, Epic, whoever, whatever. So I didn't know. So I didn't know at the time, but I was being what they call a kid when he bucking on his parents. Rebellious. So I was rebelling on the system.
He should
and I
know
said,
that
man, you know what?
He has a daughter.
Yeah. So you know what? I said, man, the system, man, let me get on these mix shows and just do what I do, not knowing that BDS and Media Base and records show up. So I turned into that guy. But luckily for me, every song that I played turned into a hit. So I come to Atlanta and rock out with these guys, with Funky X, X-Rated, everybody, and then just go to the clubs, DJ Monte. Everybody showed me love, even the guys at the radio stations in the city or whatever. So even with mix shows, they'll invite me up. I come mix at Hot 107.9 or whatever, V103 when they do holiday mixes, because I was just that good. Plug. But so for the most part, I would come up here and I see the hit records and come back home, play the records, get cussed out, but then like 3 months later, I'm like, is number one, number two, or it's a hit. So, that just became my claim to fame. So everybody from the city that blew up in the last 15 years, some way, shape, or form, they passed through me by coming to the radio station. Or I came to Atlanta and met them and brought them to the city, took them to the colleges, took them to the chitlin circuit, fed them some collard green cornbread and all that and helped them blow up, man. So that's kind of the extended short version of how I work.
Because one of the things that like Smooth was talking about, like especially with the chitlin circuit, a lot of the artists, the old school artists, a lot of those clubs that like a lot of those rappers go into, and like when they go to Barnesville and all them little towns,
Columbus,
like
Augusta, Savannah.
Yeah, that's like the real chitlin circuit for real, because you could really make a lot of money in those places like that. You know what I mean? Like that's really like when artists say you make your bread on the road. That's how you make your bread.
And I'm gonna tell you a funny story. Atlanta would not pay those artists if you didn't have a hit. They wouldn't pay you, even if you did show up 100 deep in like 01, 02, whatever. If you didn't, for some reason, Atlanta was not. That was always the thing, that Atlanta would not pay the artists here, so they would come out of town and come see me and get 500, 1,000, 1,500.
That's why they would probably
2,000.
a lot of times they would go to those country towns like a Macon or Columbus and places like that because they could get paid and get paid what they was actually worth at the time.
Right.
Atlanta's always one of them kind of places where if you go to the club now, you're gonna see the hottest rapper in the strip club. You're gonna see him in the club. You're gonna see him somewhere doing this or doing that.
It's Black Hollywood,
right? So,
like my shirt says, shout out to Black.
A lot of the club owners are like, man, you know, I don't see a value in having them in the, you know,
you here every week.
Them. Yeah, you here in the club every week. So what other crowd are you gonna bring in besides the crowd that's already here when you here?
Yeah. So
the chilling circuit treats you like a superstar too because they not used to seeing.
Right.
Yeah,
so if you're in North Macon, not North Macon. If you're in Atlanta, anywhere from Buckhead and you go south, what city do you see on every sign?
Macon. Yeah.
If you leave in Atlanta going south,
yep,
you see Macon on almost every sign. So what I would always do is bring them down to Macon, bring them to the city, bring them to Barnesville. All those places were on the way to Macon. So if you came to Griffin, Barnesville, Thomaston, Forsyth, Woodbury, Greensville, LaGrange, like it's a whole thing down there. We had a lot of little sugar shack, little hood spots or whatever, you know, like Jeezy Tip. They came to those places and performed. Even all the way down to Lil Baby. We did Lil Baby in Griffin and in Macon, Georgia, like right before That's My Dog just went crazy.
And if you could only imagine probably what they got paid to show back then. Now you got artists that's coming out that's on the same status of those artists when they started out.
They jump.
They're asking for 20 and 30,000 out the door. You know,
the money different now though. So that's how me and Smooth met. So I didn't even know Smooth. I used to rap, and when I was rapping, Rich, shout out to Rich from CoalitionDJs too. He took me to Smooth. He took me down to Barnesville.
Yeah.
And I did a show down there. I packed up. We was like 3 cars deep. I had like all strippers in my car. I had 2 cars of the homies behind me. We rode out there. And I think I did like 3 shows in the club. We was out there turning.
I showed him love, man. Listen, we didn't have no liquor, man. We had Andre. Andre was the rosé.
Exactly.
We had that red Andre, that cold duck.
And that's what I love about the country.
We were drinking all of it too.
But that's what I like about when you go to those little towns like that, man. You never really like they never have like a full bar or had the liquor that you want. They always have like an E&J or it always be something.
Yeah. And one bathroom made out of a brick wall with a toilet.
Back in them days, bro, I don't care what it was. If it was liquor, I was drinking it. I was going to drink it. I don't care if it was white, brown, both. I was drinking that. So we went down there and turned up, and I was like, I told Rich, I was like, yo, your man Smooth, he cool, man. He dope. And then me and him just hit it off. We just started kicking it. So then when we came with the CoalitionDJs, we kind of like started doing New Music Monday together. That was organic too. Matter of fact, Street was the one that told me, man, you need to start hosting, get on stage and host. So we started doing that, and I was like, man, doing it with Smooth is fun. So I think this was just a natural progression of what we do anyway, because we weren't put together. I think that's why this show is going to be so dope to people, because a lot of things people will put people together like, yo, you, him, and her, y'all do this show together. But, man, we do this anyway.
Yeah, I was the one that was like, I didn't really want to do this show. I really wanted to make it about you, Lala, and Smooth. But y'all said, oh, you got to have Unc on the show. Y'all, you know.
Well, we need
some wisdom.
We need the wisdom.
Yeah.
See, it just happens.
Man, it's my dog, man.
Yeah. We need that wisdom, man. And the game needs to be there right now. That's where everybody's, if you look at a lot of the interviews now, everybody's talking about what they done, the experiences, what happened. Because, you know, if there's no history, you know, it's definitely going to repeat itself. Even now we're seeing a lot of stuff that's still happening that should not be happening, you know. And we definitely need that, what you created with CoalitionDJs, people need to be educated and know what that is moving forward, because the game is coming back to us from a standpoint of this where you need to start.
Well, I mean, it's like I always say, Smooth. I think one of the main components that people forget about the music business is the equipment business of music. When you talk about controllers, mixers, lighting, speakers, that's a $500 million business.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're planning on going out of business at no time soon.
Right.
So with that being said, I don't see the DJ going away. And
That
they, and they've elevated the game technology wise. That's why I was telling y'all a little earlier on today. I was saying the cool thing about music now, especially with the streaming factor, and now a lot of those streaming sites are showing up on a lot of the DJ platforms. Now when the DJs are actually playing your record in the club and
It's
they're
a stream.
and they're using that platform, it counts as a stream.
Yeah.
So now you actually, it's benefiting you a lot more for a DJ to DJ off of one of those platforms in the club, because now every time he go in the club and he plays Before I Let Go, or he plays that record that you hear at every club you go to and he's using that platform, it's counting as streams.
Yeah, and this is a DJ powered platform. So while we speaking about that and all that money that the equipment costs and how much those companies are making, shout out to Pioneer, Rain, Serato, Tidal, all y'all. We are open to sponsorships. This is a DJ powered show, so if y'all want to spend some money with us, since we really use all y'all equipment, we can help you promote it. You know what I'm saying? Let's be clear. We want the bag too. We use the equipment for real.
Plug.
Yeah, you know, we ain't playing.
Come on in.
It's big business. We ain't playing. No games.
But at the same time, it is business, and I think a lot of times DJs, especially on the urban side of the music, we forget we're so trained to be lit and had a crowd and that kind of thing. We forget that on the business side, that this is a business, and DJ business is going on every day, just like the stock market.
Wait, I want to speak on that too. That's a good point. So we just did Minnesota, right?
Right.
Yesterday with the 85 South show. So I think we had 8,500 people, right? I'm rocking the crowd. I DJ'd for an hour and a half. I made good money. Be clear, I made good money. But I'm talking to the people at the venue,
right?
And they telling me that Danger Mouse did the same venue a week before, and he made 6 figures for 2 hours. He flew in on a private jet, did 2 hours. I did 2 hours. I didn't make 6 figures. He flew in on a private jet, did his 2 hours, and left. So that's another thing, even with the DJs out there, like there's definitely I don't know if it's a race thing or what, but there's a discrepancy between what we making and what those other DJs are making, especially those EDM DJs. So all you DJs out there, that's why we get mad when we be saying like, yo, why you DJing for $150?
But I think that falls more back on the promoters. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think when you look at the guys that are booking a Danger Mouth and a lot of those big time EDM house DJs, they're getting paid based on what the promoter's making. The promoter's knowing if he can pay them that type of money, if he's giving them six figures for 2 hours. So can you imagine what
he's making?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And he's booked as the talent. Like it's kind of a weird situation, because like even like Jazzy Jeff, he's booked as a talent and a feature for them to come and see, because he does such different things.
But falling back on that from a business perspective, you got to look at it from that point. You are a talent. You are the talent.
That's my point.
If you're getting booked as the DJ, you are the talent. You know, I think when it comes to urban music, we've been minimized to being like a house DJ or just a guy that provides the music for the moment.
Right.
When you look at a Danger Mouth or what's some of the other bigger DJs,
Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, all those guys.
These guys are really producers though.
But you're paying for it regardless. They're still DJing and they have a name.
Yeah.
And if DJs, like if you were to start really taking and saying, hey, DJ Filthy Rich, I am a talent, not just I am a talent and a DJ.
But you know what? I think we need Filthy to write this record for us. You know, we outside. We outside.
And put that out, right?
Yeah, and then we're going to put that out. You know, like Frank Ski did with Doodoo Brown and a couple of things. Uncle Al in Florida. I think we're going to talk about that.
Put a pin in there. I'm with
it. You know what I'm saying?
So just give me a beat.
Give him the beat. I got the talk game. I'm going to beat Uncle Luke. I'm on the hook.
Yeah.
So I see
and Filthy, you fill in the blanks.
I see he was brainstorming through the middle of my conversation. I see.
Yeah.
That's what we do, man. Once you start talking about opportunities, we're going to seize the opportunities. That's what
Danger Mouse my ass.
That's how we got this far.
We outside, Filthy and smooth in here. Bring your girls.
That's it.
Oh, man, that has got to go.
Don't bring it for me. I don't want them. I'm broke, baby.
We're not going to with PG show for real. But hey, man, that's real though, man. Like just the game right now. Like people need to hear this. They need to definitely understand what's going on and moving forward. We got to figure out a way to get to a better situation of getting to the bag for our services, because we kind of influence and curve the culture.
Nah, not kind of. We do.
And don't. There's no compensation. There's no residual on it. We kind of just throw it out there, and people just ride the wave of it or whatever. You know.
Yeah. Plus, you see a lot of these DJs, like, no disrespect, and that's the thing. Like, you got to respect the people that came before you.
Oh, they gonna take that as disrespect.
Well, no, that's why I say it respectfully. But you got to learn from them, because you don't want to be the old DJ who he ain't got no teeth in his mouth and he look crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like a nightmare. Like, when I was coming up, I used to look at them like, damn, I don't want to be like that. You know what I'm saying? And these are people that was my heroes. You know what I'm saying? But they wasn't getting that money. They wasn't getting the money, so we got to change the game.
But when you say that, and I got to defend them, I got to say something in their defense, especially the guys that came before us. You got to think, man, a lot of the sacrifices that they made when you say they didn't have no teeth and they didn't have this, they made a lot of sacrifices so that we could sit here.
No, that's my whole point. I'm saying we should learn from that. We have to learn from that, so we don't do the same thing and repeat that. Because I got to keep my teeth.
Because a lot of those guys, they couldn't make the money, like like for real. And I say this in honesty and in respect for
I gotta
DJs.
keep my teeth.
I say this in respect to the DJs even now. It's sad. I've been in Atlanta all my life DJing. $250 has been the rate for DJs in Atlanta since I was a teenager.
It never went up.
No.
That's crazy, right?
Since I was a teenager, and I ain't gonna tell you how old I am. I'm
You old enough to where it should have went up. But okay, so man, we got to unionize or something. How do we change that?
And that's one of the things that's been one of my fighting points for DJs as far as the unification is, like, until we start to demand more and we come together as DJs and really start pushing this thing forward, you're gonna accept the 250. Just think, a lot of the DJs now feel neglected, because if I'm telling you 250 is the standard, and you got a younger DJ, you got a DJ in there that's a veteran like me, and he's already making 250 or better, and you got a younger DJ that's coming in who want to get started, who's probably hot, probably DJing better than Unc, probably got all the new records, probably doing things just a little bit more better. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he willing to take 150.
Right.
Or he willing to take 200, or he willing to take $75 sometime. So, and the club promoter don't care, because that's less money he got to spend out of his pocket.
Yeah. It's business.
So it's business, but it's bad business from a standpoint when you look at it from what a DJ actually bring to a promoter's party.
Oh yeah, we always say, if you want to see how powerful the DJ is, just
walk out there.
Walk out. Turn the music off and walk out. Party over.
Throw water on the amps.
I've done that before. So I'm telling you, if you want to get somebody's attention, you'll get it quick.
Oh yeah. Where the hell you? I got 300 people in here.
Hey, man, listen, I know
Ain't nobody moving.
I know a DJ right now, man, for real, and I've seen him do it before, man. He's actually unplugged his equipment while the club was packed.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. You got to put some
God
respect
rest his
on
soul.
our
I know who you're talking about.
Put some respect in the name, man.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to get to another break. The We Outside Show, We Outside Radio, DJ Filthy Rich.
Smooth in the building.
Hey, it's your boy DJ Big X.
Let's get into some new music. We'll be right back.
Yeah, man, free game. DJ Smooth in the building, man. We outside radio going on right now on your radio, for real, man. DJ Smooth in the building.
DJ Filthy Rich.
Yeah, it's your boy DJ Big X.
Yeah, man. So, we live and direct right here, man, from the whole mothership stank on you. And you know what, man? We ain't asked you the question, Filthy. Like, man, how did you get into this game? Well, like, where did the DJ jump in front of your name at? When you came off of the platform of rapping and said, you know what, I'm going to get behind the wheels of Steels and throw a couple records on.
So I really probably had like the most unorthodox how I became a DJ story, right? So I was rapping and I was managing this store at the mall, at Cumberland Mall. And I used to sell mixtapes because me being from the East Coast, I used to get music early, like super early. So I would have my homies like ship me mixtapes down, and I'd take like all this new music and I'd slide my songs in between them and make part of the mixtape. So I was selling mixtapes, hustling them for money for a while. And there was this dude named Chris. He was like one of my biggest fans, man. He used to come through all the time, buy my tapes, like, man, you need to make a whole album. You my favorite rapper, and blah, 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 blah. So one day he came in the store. He was like, yo, you should be a DJ. And I'm like, I don't know how to DJ. He was like, yeah, but you should be a DJ. I'm like, yeah, but I don't know how to DJ. He said, well, tomorrow you got to audition at this club, so you need to figure it out. I was like, what? He said, yeah, I just became the manager of this club called Club Wax. It's a strip club, and they need a DJ. And I told him, you going to get the job. You just got to come and audition. Like, tomorrow. He said, yeah. I'm like, yo, bro, I don't know how to DJ. He's like, yeah, but you got all the music. You got a good voice. It's more about the voice and your personality. Like the girls like you know how to talk. Just come in there. Just trust me. So I grabbed my CD books. This is when,
I had CD books. Oh my God.
But I had all the music, bro. I had like big cases of CD books. So I'm coming in the club. This is my first time ever coming in there too. So I didn't know what it was. I didn't know it was the Animal Kingdom in there. So I'm walking in with these CD books. This is my very first impression of the club too. I walk in the club and it's like a row of girls at the bar. So I'm walking by the bar with my CD books and the girl just grabbed my joint like bloop. I was like, oh. She said, hey, what you doing? I said, I'm here to audition for the DJ. She said, you gonna be my DJ? I said, yeah. Mind you, I'm nervous because I don't know how to DJ at all. So I was smart. I came like 2 hours before it was time for my audition. And I went in the DJ booth and I'm just talking to the DJ. Shout out to DJ Kermit. He's in there. And I'm just talking to him. But the whole time I'm talking to him, I'm watching his hands.
He's learning.
I'm watching how he talking.
How to drive the 5-speed.
How he going down the list of girls, what he's saying. I'm like, I can't do this. So time goes by, I'm up there, I just start smoking. So they like, all right, it's time for your audition. So come for my audition, I start playing. I'm fumbling around with the records, but I'm playing all the heat. And I'm talking because I rap all day, every day. So I know how to talk. So I'm talking, I'm telling jokes, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So it's a train wreck, though. I'm talking about no mixing, no blending.
Slamming.
Boy, car crashing, them records. Like, I don't even know nothing about beat matching, nothing. I'm playing the right songs, though. So then I do it I'm up there for like 30 minutes fumbling around, but I'm talking a lot. And talking is what got me the job because he was like, yo, the owner love your voice. He think you funny. The girls like you. They say they want you to work here. So I kind of finagled my way in. But then when I got in, I was like, all right, I can't be in here just playing around. So I got to learn. So shout out to DJ Fahrenheit. He really taught me how to DJ.
Shout out to Fahrenheit.
Yeah, Fahrenheit. My man. It was a couple guys, bro. But, some guys.
You know how I'm tied to him, right? That was Jeezy's DJ.
Exactly.
So, coming out of Macon and Hawkersville.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my dog, man. So Height showed me really how to work. And then, I've been in the game ever since. And then now, I got with the Coalition DJs. I remember my first day. X ain't know who I was. I walked in the room. X was looking at me like, who is this?
Oh, they were throwing doo-doo on when they said, well, you work at everybody like,
Club.
Well.
I'm like, yo. But you know what's funny, though? I just looked at the whole room like, none of y'all never been there because I know if you've been there. As soon as they started coming there, they're like, oh, Wax is lit.
The crazy thing about it is I had been to Wax and I knew what Wax was. My whole thing, I was just like, Wax is the only club I know where it be packed, but nobody take off no clothes.
Right. Because we thought, the rumor was that they sell donuts.
Yeah, well, it's a great DJ in there. That's all I know. It's a great DJ in there who was keeping them in there.
You get you some Dunkin' Donuts, you go over there to Wax.
I sold a lot of donuts. I sold a lot of donuts in my time. We broke a lot of records on the West Side, man. So yeah, been there forever. I've been there since like 2006. You know what I'm saying? Been with the Coalition DJs. Came in 2014. And we just been rocking out ever since, man.
Been around that long?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, wow.
It was the day my son was born was when I called Nick Love and he was like, come on in. So that was 2014. I remember that like it was yesterday. And then I got with 85 South Shore. I've been working with them for a long time. I actually DJ their very first live show at Smith's Old Bar. Okay. Very first live show ever. They was my homies and they needed a DJ for that. So I did that. And then,
relationships.
Exactly. Stuck around. They kept it G with me. And they gave me the opportunity, and now we're just going all the way around the world, just shutting down every city. I love it. I love this tour because I've been on rap tours before. Comedy tour, way better. Rap tours, everybody gangster, they G'd up. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of goons.
A lot of Popeyes.
Yeah, man. Listen, man, all of us as DJs now, we want to play in a safe place.
Yeah, and have fun.
Like I literally call all my little promoter guys, hey, man, listen, you can have everything under 25.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take everything 28, 30, even 40. And what people not knowing is that demographic is there now. 30, 40, 50 is a whole new. They've been jumping in Atlanta with the brunches before now. Everybody chilling, smoking hookahs.
And they party.
It's a thing now.
And they party. They party.
I'm going to stay in my lane. I'm going to stay in the strip club.
Well, even with that, it's the same thing. It's still.
Do you hear this,
there's
man?
a group of people, 30, 40.
I'm going to stay with 50. The strip clubs.
You not about to be DJing no strip club no more. You can stand up for 8 hours now?
Yeah, I could do 8. I
don't believe you.
I can do 8.
Cap.
I promise you, I could do a whole shift.
Standing up?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the stool out of there. See. We gonna see.
That's what a shift is. A shift is 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, the strip club.
Strip club is 8 hours. You go from 8 to 3.
See, that's another reason. That's what I'm saying. Y'all better stop playing with the
And
money.
they forget, and see, people always just they just look down on the DJs, especially in the strip club. But most DJs in the strip club spend at least 6 to 7 hours a night
with no break.
with no break.
It ain't like you get a lunch break or take a 20 minutes.
Y'all got a pee cup in there or something?
Nah, man, you gotta go. You got to go use the bathroom
and run back
and get back to the song.
Nah,
before
man,
then.
I'm gonna tell you what I used to do in the country. They had a thing up that came up to my chest, and the red cups that everybody drink out of.
Nah,
That man, I am telling you the God honest truth. I used to be up there DJing, everybody looking.
Hey.
Well, I go straight through the zipper hole on.
Listen,
fill one up. Like we
thing-
driving in a car. I'd be like, you know how you traveling? You like, you better get a cup.
Yeah.
Listen,
Man, I won't go. And that's on a 4 hour. Like it's 500 people in the club, and you can't get to the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
Oh, bro, I used to be there, boy. Like it'd be 2 or 3 of these up under the thing. I'm like, hey man, listen, bro, you cleaning up the club. Hey man, listen, be careful with throwing that away. That's sensitive material.
One thing about it in the strip club, bro, if you're having a bad night,
country, bro.
you better have your substitute
A substitute DJ
in the strip club.
How you having a bad night?
I never had that
you
before.
can have a bad night. I've gotten drunk in the club.
I've seen it. I was his substitute DJ. Like, yo, where Big X at? Well, he at the bar asleep. At the bar. God. Hey, shout out to you for giving up alcohol, man.
Hey man, listen, you got to think, man. If
Yeah,
you start,
man,
if you,
sobriety.
listen, bro. If you
This is a whole new man.
Man, listen, if you start drinking at like 8, right, and you drink to 3 in the morning, oh, you've had enough to drink.
Yeah.
Promise you, you've had enough.
Thanks.
So I used to get not roasted but toasted in the club.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, I'm gonna tell you the funny thing about alcohol when you're in the club in an atmosphere like that, you really be feeling like you in control. And
Yeah.
because you really
Yeah.
feeling like you having way more fun than everybody else.
Exactly.
Right.
So I try to explain that to people. They be like, yo, why you be so drunk in the DJ booth? I'm like, yo, because if I'm lit, I know how they feel and they lit, so I know what to play,
Right.
how to play it, what to say. We vibing. You know what I'm saying? It's like a
I think-
connection.
and even the adrenaline, I think, because even for me, it was a cup of liquor and a beer every 30 minutes to an hour. And that was being modest. Like, I would probably drink a little less than a fifth of Hennessy and probably a 6 to 12 pack of Bud Light at the time before I kind of cut off. I cut it off cold turkey in like 2015. I just stopped. I'm like, man, I can't do it.
You got. When I look back at it now, I went 10 years. I worked probably 5-6 days a week in the strip club. I would start drinking at maybe like 8-9 o'clock, and you would uncountably just
Yeah, you
drink.
just do it. It's there. So
yeah.
and it go down like
I'm
it's a
doing that
different-
tonight. Y'all talking past tense.
Yeah, but-
this is the life I currently live right now.
But the thing about it is, now when I look back on it, I didn't see the damage I was doing to my body, because at the same time I developed, I had a heart attack at 45.
Scared the hell out of us.
I diabetes, you know what I'm saying? And you're not thinking about these things when you actually in the midst of having fun.
Right.
It's the after effect, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I became like an advocate for, like, I don't try to tell people to stop drinking, but I just try to tell people, hey man, this is what's gonna happen after. And this is what you're doing to your body right now. You know what I'm saying?
But-
so
DJs, get some health
Yeah,
insurance too.
but what's crazy?
Get some health insurance, y'all.
But what's crazy for me is when I'm DJing, I'll have a drink, maybe have one beer or whatever, just now in this day and time. But when I get home, I have no desire. I got a full
Yeah, I
bar.
mean,
I have no desire to drink.
because it's a social thing.
Yes.
It ain't really
Yeah.
like let me
can-
just get drunk. It's
Yeah.
like in the moment, if I'm feeling good, let me get this drink, because once I turn up, everything around me gonna turn up.
Facts. I don't drink at home neither.
Yeah, I cannot. I got full everything in there, open, sealed.
You got a full bar.
I cannot drink at home.
Okay, so here's the other thing
feels
too,
different.
though. Here's the other thing too, and I want to say this to the artists if y'all listening, right? So when I go in the club, they be like, "Oh man, my boy here, get him a shot, get him another shot, get him a double shot." So I'm the type of guy. I'm gonna drink them shots, bro. Like whatever you sending up there, bong, bong,
Now, let me-
bong. So instead of buying me a drink, all my artists out there, the money that you was gonna spend on that drink, just give me the money, bro. If
Right.
you want to show me some love, tip me. Don't get me drunk and kill me, bro.
Yeah,
Please,
'Cause
please.
now this is what I have going on too with the thing with the pay and the DJs and the promoters or the club owners is, if 100 guys are willing to buy me a drink for 10, 15 bucks, I just sold a upcharge at your bar.
Facts.
So if I don't get it that way, you can more than compensate me for helping sell. I even have a thing that I do. If it's your birthday, oh, your birthday. Oh, I'm 25. Okay, we need to get 25 shots going. And we're going to do 25 shots every hour. So I just upsold your product in order for you to be able to pay me respectfully and correctly when you doing that on top of the gratuity.
Add a couple $100 to the pot. Come on,
Exactly.
man. I ain't paying you no more money for that.
No, but I'm just saying, though, you have to look at that in a sense of,
I'm being the promoter now. I ain't paying you no money.
No,
for that.
this is why I'm telling both of y'all, cut the middleman. Don't buy no drinks. Give me the money that you was going to spend on the drinks. Give me the money,
'Cause I'm
bro.
sitting down-
But I'm saying,
I
though,
drink-
like,
my
this
drinks
is what
cost
I'm saying.
$15.
But this is what I'm saying, Smooth. I'm
but you
sitting
show
there-
your worth
Yeah,
and your value and what you help bring to the bottom line of
what the
sales,
Yeah,
too.
well, yeah, you do. But at the same time, when you think about it, you saying, "Oh, you upcharge, you upcharging, and you making money for me at the same time." But that's only a couple hundred more dollars.
That they could give to him.
But that's a
what he
couple
said.
hundred they won't give you.
Yeah, he's saying swing it back to him. Give me some of that bar.
Back.
Well, if that's the case, you should ask for a percentage of the bar.
Yeah.
I mean, but you're not, in most cases, you're not doing that much.
Yeah, you do.
See, this is why I don't work with promoters. I'm the promoter. If
Right.
y'all seen me, y'all seen how I move. I'm the promoter. A promoter cannot book me, bro. You can't book me. I'm the promoter. I want that door, and you gonna pay me to DJ.
And that's why for me, it being doing this for so long, that's why most of the time when I did do the strip club, I would leave. If I did 6 nights a week or 4 or 5 nights a week, one or two of those nights I would actually be the promoter.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
and if I was a promoter, I wanted the door, and I wanted at a certain point once I put enough people in the club.
Yeah, you want a percentage of the bar after restock.
Shout out to Filthy Rich Friday.
Not
Y'all
after
know the vibes.
restock. I want a percentage of the bar after a certain number of people.
Right.
If I had to wait for restock, that means you really killing me.
Oh, they finna rob you.
Right.
Hey, we dropping jewels, y'all. I hope y'all catching them all. You young DJs out there, man. We went through it, so you didn't have to. Keep your teeth.
And that's why I say it's important, man, that DJs look at it like a business. That's why I was telling you earlier in the show. It's like you are a brand at the same time. Like when you set yourself out here, like me, I'm DJ Big X. So when I go to a club, I'm selling who I am. I'm bringing my expertise. I'm bringing what I know I can bring to the club. I know if I come in, I know if you put my name on the flyer, if nothing else, 100 people gonna walk through that door. Especially if I promote it.
And
You know
our
what I'm saying?
and our constituents and rich friends that will come in and make the day a little brighter.
Right.
Yeah.
For
I
some
mean,
lucky female.
And you got to think about, like, especially like when I was in the club and I'm doing Coalition, it was nothing for me to have a Rocco, a Jeezy, a Gucci Man, a Migos, a Future. All them guys would just come in just because they knew we was in the club.
And the promoter didn't have to pay him.
Right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, a lot of times when they would come in, we would either have a night, if we didn't have to do it, the promoter would make some money, but he still wouldn't pay us what we wanted because he was like, hey, this is what I told you I was going to pay you.
Yeah. And I'm not anti-promoter neither. It's just what you negotiate. It's like everything else. Like promoter, like, yo, this all you want.
I'm a promoter, so I'm never against the promoter.
Yep.
It's all about how promoters conduct their business. Every promoter ain't a fair promoter. I try to be a fair promoter, even when I book a DJ. Sometimes, hey, depending on the DJ, I might have to give you that $250.
Yeah, it won't be me, but somebody.
I'm just being honest. Like, you know, when you
Me too.
when you doing business, sometimes you have to look at your bottom line.
Yeah.
And if sometimes cutting corners is gonna work for you, you have to do that. It ain't that you don't you don't value that DJ, but if you really value the DJ and you want to pay him $500 or more or whatever, or $1,000, you should go get the DJ that you want.
Well, that DJ should be worth it
yeah.
and bring that crowd so you make the money anyway.
Right.
And I've taken that $250 in circumstances where me and this person worked together where that was that, but like come this next party that went successful, it might have been a tsunami. You know, we got crazy weather where one day is this and the next day is that that's going to, you know, maybe kill or destroy your crowd for the night. Or even right now with what's going on, there's so much stuff in the streets that go on. It might just be something that determines how your night gonna go. So I've always been cool with bending and helping a promoter on the nights. And like, yeah, that'll get me home and whatever.
But is that a plug and play situation? See, for me,
Yes.
I got different prices for plug and play. If I got to bring the equipment, see, I have different prices that I'm working with at that point.
Yeah.
So plug and play, I'm gonna get a minimum of this.
Right.
Period. But if I got to bring my equipment, if I got to bring anything out of my home to make and enhance your situation, my price is definitely going to go up.
Definitely.
Yeah, as it should be. I mean, listen, I don't want y'all to think I can't book 50 out here. Like, I just did a $200 job maybe about 3 weeks ago, and
I don't do those.
listen,
Don't ever come to me with those.
I wasn't mad, but I was disappointed in myself because I was like, you knew not to do that.
It was like I said,
but it was light work.
Yeah.
It wasn't nothing, man.
It's due to circumstances. Like some situations are cool where you can do that for a friend, or
That's what it was.
And
It was a friend.
I used to say this too. Now, if you're at home and you're sitting on your ass, and you know that might be the light bill or the cable bill for that particular thing, but that's not something that you do on a regular basis. That's not nothing that you always take. That situation may just be there. So, you know, like even today, and I keep it real, even today, I didn't book for tonight. I already had a corporate event going on that paid somewhere between a number and 1,000. So I made that, but then
I'm broke, baby.
So I didn't have a gig.
Don't tell them how much you made.
Yeah. So I didn't have a gig for tonight. So on the way home, a promoter that I'm cool with and a club owner that has a small venue about the size of this room said, man, would you mind coming? You know, give me a number or what I can do to work with you. I'm going to just put something together.
Right.
And I said, well, I'm coming down the road. Cool. You know, it's a plug and play situation. So I showed him love on that. I said, man, just make sure it's 250. And if it do numbers, you know, come on in on the back end and, you know, we'll look out. But if it don't go nowhere, no nobody show up, got that. So I just turned
What you mean if don't nobody show up?
If the night goes bad for him, I'll take that 250. But if it goes well, but this is a relationship. Me and this guy been dealing with each other for 5 or 10 years. Do y'all understand what I'm saying though?
I do. I'm just glad we got video of X face.
Yeah. See, he an Atlanta guy, so we doing this in the country.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, bro, I'll take that. So what I just did, I just turned this day into an extra day. So y'all know I love shoes. So see, that might be my shoe money for the weekend.
Right.
Or whatever. Something to just get to my daughter to be like, hey, I'm going to go in there and rock out for a couple of hours and then do what it do. So I like, those are understandable circumstances in my case to go pick up that little change.
I'm going to plead the fifth in that case. I'm going to plead the fifth.
Now, I do want to say something, too, because I know where this is going. All these sensitive people out here, now that we public figures, they're going to be in the comment like, man, well, I be DJing for $150 and they talking about me. We ain't talking about you, bro. Like, everybody's situation is different. You know what I'm saying? We just saying value yourself. So we not knocking you. If you DJ for $100 or whatever, that's what you choosing to do, that's what you need, then that's cool. We just saying you got to go up though. Like, don't just keep doing that because that's all you're gonna get. If that's you put the value on yourself.
I'm gonna tell you what an older guy told me. So he said, X, if you ever want to get it, you gotta is what you negotiate.
That's it, bro.
You know what I'm saying? If you negotiate 100, you gonna get 100.
Let me tell you one of my tricks too. When there's a gig that I don't want to do, I throw a ridiculous number out there.
Right, no doubt.
Because I know they're gonna say no, and then it's so high. If they happen to say yes, then I'm like, well, I do it then. You know what I'm saying? So just throw a number out there, see what sticks sometimes. You'd be surprised.
I did that one time for a wedding, and they actually paid it.
See?
And I hated. I'm talking about, man, that had to be the worst gig I ever did in my life.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah.
But when you left and you got that check,
oh no, I like the check.
You wasn't mad no more.
Because I hate weddings. I hate doing weddings.
Weddings are a stressful gig if you're not built for it. Like I'm built for them.
I'm not a wedding DJ. That's why I say certain DJs do certain things.
Yeah, you a strip club DJ. You can't be.
I mean, but don't get me wrong. I can do all occasions, but that ain't my forte.
See, it's gonna be easy for him to do the reception when he got to call out 10 names
I was gonna say,
to walk out.
I can't picture him at the wedding. Hey man, we got Strawberry the bridesmaid coming out and said one. Get your ones out.
Hey man, I've been there with the strip club boys at the wedding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the wedding. Like, who in there smoking that mid? Put that mid out at the reception.
And what's crazy for me, I struggle with strip clubs, but I flourish with regular clubs and turning them into strip clubs and twerk fests and money throwing events where it's like, don't take your clothes off.
See, and this is the thing I wanted to add to that too. I think a lot of times people don't really understand how hard it is to work in a strip club. Everybody always go, oh, they don't do nothing but just play records. But I've seen some of the best DJs that people around here in the city would go, oh, he's a dope DJ. He's a this, he's a that. And the club, and the strip club,
doo-doo in there.
And the strip club will actually book that particular DJ to come in the strip club and work. And the first thing they'll do is they'll play a few records, and then I go, get on the mic, man. You got to get the girl on the stage. He was like,
I don't do that.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, Born is a host.
And Born is a host.
And no disrespect to him, they'll play for a minute, then they go, well, man, you can go on and get back on, man. I just wanted to see.
Yeah. Another one bites the dust. It ain't for everybody. That's why I'm glad I learned as a strip club DJ. I learned that way. So, but it's the same way too. Going backwards sometimes. Some people can only do strip clubs and can't rock a regular party too.
And that's true.
I've seen that.
And that's true.
I've
Because on the for real, like I could do a little bit of both, but I prefer to do a strip club because you can actually in the strip club. This the whole science behind the strip club for real. You can play anything in the strip club.
Right.
Because if the girl is getting paid, she gonna dance to it.
Right.
So even when you think you played the wackest record, if she got paid to play the dance, she dancing to that record whether she like it or not.
Right.
So that's why I say a lot of times when you in the club and somebody think their record is popping, they're like, man, all the girls was dancing to my record. She was supposed to. She got paid.
Exactly.
Right.
Because if she didn't move, she wasn't going to get paid.
So with that being said, Drake just gave a DJ in Atlanta.
I love that.
$2,000.
I love
As a
Shout out to
tip.
Drake.
As a tip.
Shout out to Drake.
So how do we feel?
No, I feel good about it because it's showing the artist like this is the biggest in the world. He don't have to pay a DJ to play nothing because we gonna play it anyway. So the fact that he respects us enough to still pay a DJ and tip a DJ should show all you young and upcoming artists like, yo, bro, it still always comes back to us. And again, we are people too. You hear we talking about what some people get paid. You be surprised what some DJs get paid, man. You might tip a DJ and you might give him what you gave him might be more than what he was getting paid for that gig, man. So
and don't get me wrong, we talking about the lower scale of the money for real.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of DJs out here that really, really get paid a lot of money. Like there's a lot of DJs get paid very well.
I'm broke, baby. I ain't got it. I ain't one of them. I DJ for $2 and a Casamigos.
But let me ask this though: Do us as seasoned veteran DJs that are doing well for ourselves as far as the business, do we share the numbers with the guys to get them up to speed?
I ain't telling nobody what I make.
I'm
broke,
but I think that's
baby.
I think that's
No,
issue.
I just try to advocate for more than $250. After that, you figure it out.
Yeah.
Right.
How much are your bills?
Right. Like
Right.
advocate for more than $250 to $500. Like I always tell a DJ, I won't even leave my house if I can't make more than $500.
right.
That's a good starting point, right?
I
there.
get
like
it.
that.
I get
like
it.
that.
But I'm just wondering though, because it's like, even if there was a conference, like I know you do the anniversary, 15-year anniversary is coming up, and you do the summit.
Yeah.
In that room, should the numbers be discussed?
No, I don't think I think what you get paid is private. I think what you actually earn and what you really ask for, that's your business. Because at the same time, you got a lot of people in there the price is gonna vary based on their position in the game. Like
That's right. But we
like
know
for
what
me-
LeBron making. We know what the dude on the bench getting, the last man pick.
right. So, but you don't have to ask what LeBron make. You already know he's top tier.
Right.
So
Right.
I see what you're saying, though, Smooth. All right, now you might be right because we know what the rappers get paid for shows. Everybody business is out there.
That's the problem I have with that.
Yeah, that's not good.
Right. It's like when it comes to us as black entertainers and black people, period, our numbers are always shared. That's not to say that they don't share. I'm not saying they don't share other people's numbers, but I'm saying when it particularly becomes to us, our net worth is always, hey, his net worth is this, his net worth is that. But you got certain people that make a lot of money that you never hear about what they made.
I get it, but I'm just saying to protect the culture and not to let this turn into a jukebox.
Yeah.
No, because at the same time, the reason why I say that, you got EDM, you got house DJs. Yeah, you got an idea what they make, but you don't specifically know what every DJ is making. You know what I'm saying? And everything is kind of an estimate. It's not actually what they're making.
Yeah.
I like
I'm
your
just
rule of
asking
thumb,
from a OG and a management promoter standpoint to even where me and Rich is at with him doing tours. Like I've been on the road with an artist before,
but as a
per
manager,
show.
I would never want nobody to know your numbers as a manager, because if as a manager, if I was managing both of you guys and you knew what he was making, what you think you gonna ask for?
I get that, but I'm like, there's still got to be
let's spin
a
it.
bare minimum.
I know how to spin it. Okay, let's say you were my manager.
Right.
How much should I be charging on tour?
Right now,
Yeah.
I would base that on what they're doing ticket wise.
But tickets don't got nothing to do with me.
It don't, but it based on what they're making.
What the budget is, right?
Right. And what they are willing, what they're going to be able to pay you is going to be based off of what they make. Mm-hmm. So you gotta base what you want from what they're normally making a night.
So you apply that to promoters too, then, right? So
Right.
when a DJ is working in the club, you should know.
If he's making $15,000 and he paying you $150,
You tripping.
got a problem.
Exactly.
Okay?
That's the rule of thumb, y'all. You got to know these numbers. You got to know what they making so you can know what you can charge.
Thank you, God, dog. Well, I just learned something, man. Y'all just put me in the game. Now I know how to negotiate. Nigga, show me your books. Where your books?
Yeah, open the book. My office hours
book.
are from 9 to
Yeah,
5.
I mean that's
You gave me a W-9.
but that's just common sense. Like, I mean, and you do that with anything. Like, if you know somebody's making $15,000 on a door, and
So
you
that's
only-
what we should be preaching or telling this new generation to be like, ask those questions or let's talk to them, like, because even now, man, look, I look at it like this. They're selling the real estate. They're selling a table, a section. Hookahs are what, $80 up here now?
Yes, food.
But you have to base that off of what value do you bring to that party.
I understand that. So that's what I'm saying. Still, if you're DJ Nobody versus Filthy Rich or
If you
Smooth,
DJ Nobody and nobody knows you, and you know that promoter made $15,000, but you know you're not at that level to go in there and to demand $1,500 or $2,000 for that night, then no,
Right.
don't put yourself in that
yeah.
situation.
So he still should be able to walk out of there with about
At least
4 to
500,
6.
500.
Yeah.
So as he said that before, I think you skipped over that. Really try not to leave the crib for less than $500.
Right.
Right. And you're in, and if you're in Atlanta,
That's what I've been doing for
you're-
years.
yeah.
But I'm broke, baby.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
But if you're in Atlanta, so
can't book
Atlanta is like the new Miami. So I understand that, 400 is gonna go to getting there, parking,
Yeah.
whatever it is, and you still got 4 to put in your pocket.
It's like I would tell a DJ this, man, when they're charging $40 outside, the parking man is making more money than you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Ooh.
Oh, listen, man, the gratuity game is so gangster right now with the girl.
When the guy in the parking lot who's parking the cars, the valet is making more than the DJ who's holding the whole party down, you got a problem.
Drop the mic. Drop the mic. Hey, you know what? Let's leave it at that. We got to wrap it up because we're running out of time. Smooth, where can everybody catch you at and what you got coming up?
Just follow me, man, at DJ Smooth Middle Georgia, man, on Instagram. It'll lead you to my Facebook. It'll lead you to my Snapchat. I be on TikTok sometimes, but I'm pretty much that's how to find me, man. My Instagram, my real government phone number is in my bio, man. Y'all be like, Smooth, I've been trying to get in touch with that number. Been the same for 20 years. You can call me and just talk to me about whatever. I've always been that way with the artists. I've been transparent with them, like, hey, man, just whoop, 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 and go. So, yeah, DJ Smooth Middle Georgia. That's how you find me.
That's a bet. Big X, what you got coming up and where can they find you?
Oh man, I got a lot coming up, man. Like I said, I'm everywhere, man. I'm everywhere you want me to be.
For the right price.
There you go. You can find me online at DJ Big X ATL on Instagram, Big X ATL on TikTok, and Facebook. I don't know where I'm at on Facebook.
Somewhere. They'll find you. Executive X or something.
Yeah, Executive X. You're right. That's what it is.
I'm pretty good at this.
There you go.
I've been doing my research.
All right.
All right, man. I'm DJ Filthy Rich. You can find me on Instagram, DJ_Filthy Rich, on Twitter, DJ Filthy Rich AO. I think I'm on TikTok, DJ Filthy Rich. I just started my page, but don't be looking for much on there because I don't be on there like that. And this is the We Outside show. I'm outside. You can find me on the 85 South Tour. I'm at Club Wax. Pull up on your boy, hosting New Music Monday every Monday with DJ Smooth right here in Atlanta, Georgia at the world famous Spaceship Stankonia Studios. And we out, man. We Outside show. We appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.